Good afternoon. So I'm just thinking if it's leaning or not, but we'll see what happens. Um, Welcome to my daily Facebook Live message. My name is Barry Selby, and let's start with my introduction. That'll explain why I'm talking about this today. I am a best-selling author, speaker, and relationship attraction expert helping strong, successful women find balance in love, life, and business. I'm also a passionate champion of the divine feminine. And I do this daily thing called Facebook Live, and I have a theme called Messages from the Masculine to Inspire the Feminine Heart. And this is number 260. I've been doing this for a while. And the topic that came up today, I actually changed it from something else because it feels more aligned, is why would it be good for you, or how do I say it? Ooh. Why would you want to see, or why would it be good for you to see a relationship? Why would a relationship expert or coach be good for you? That's what I think I said. Something like that. Because I wrote the title and jumped right in. So, we're going to go see where we goes. So, being one of those people, relationship expert coach, that's what I brand myself and talk about. Why would it benefit you to have someone like that? And let me play this analogy first of all. This is the easy one to go with. Right now, in case you hadn't noticed, we're in the middle of the Winter Olympics in South Korea. And I would say, and you know this obviously, that every single person who's participating in the Olympics in South Korea, I can pretty much guarantee, has a coach. Now, that coach does two things. That coach trains them, but secondly is their feedback system. If you notice after, for example, I think probably the most obvious one is on the figure skating. I'm not a big fan of watching. I'm saying I noticed it. I gotta be careful I don't go, you watch figure skating? But every time the figure skater or figure skaters leave the ice, the first thing they do is embrace and talk to their coach. And that's not a coincidence. That's called feedback and guidance and course correction and input and all that sort of stuff. So coaching as a title, as a label, which is true for any area of business, not just relationships, is in a similar vein. At least the way I see it is. Some coaches don't do it this way, so let me be clear. My perception of this, so you know where I'm coming from, is a role as a coach is to inspire and educate my client so they have a better way of operating in the world in the area which I specialize, and also to give them course corrective feedback if they make mistakes, if they don't hit their landing, if they miss their quad. I've forgotten what the ice skaters are doing. Quad jump, quad leap, what it's called. And the thing is, and this is an analogy, I'm playing this one out, is that as a coach, same as in the ice skating, our role is twofold. Or at least my role, I believe, is twofold. Some coaches, again, don't do this. This is my role. Is one to educate and to coach and not. I'm going to use the word coaching because I'm saying about being a coach, is to inspire, educate, and guide my client to be more successful in the area I'm educating them in. And secondly, to be the feedback mechanism for them, to help them really discern and understand whether they may be off course or on course. So like the ice skaters, they get better with coaching. And like that, in the area of relationships, which I specialize in, my clients get better with coaching. That's one piece. There's another piece that was out there, and I was hoping it was going to drop in right away, but it's still hovering on the edge, so let me play a little bit till I get there. There are a wide spectrum of people who have the shingle hanging out on the door, or the label on their badge, or the title on their business card of coach. Doesn't mean the same thing for all coaches, first of all, so let me be clear about that. And secondly, it doesn't necessarily mean they're the right one for you. So I'm not just saying you should go see any old coach, expert type thing. Same as in sports, I'm going to keep using I'll keep using the analogy because ice skating seems to be what I started with, and it's what's going on right now. The Winter Olympics is that. Well, let me spin this back for a second to the NFL. Let's play with a different sport for a change. Coaches make a big impact on their team. Some coaches take their teams to the Super Bowl. Some coaches don't get them out of the main season. That's direct feedback on how good the coach is for them. Now, some coaches are absolutely horrible with one team, but they go with another team and they have an amazing result. So it's not always the coach that's at fault, just to say that for other coaches who are watching going, what do you mean coaches aren't always good? It depends also on the client. So there, in my particular arena, because I'm about the relationship, there's also the relationship between the coach and the client. And so just to be transparent or look behind the scenes, as it were, for me as a coach, I won't coach anybody. And I can't coach everybody. It's no time. So it's a discernment on both the client side and the coach side to decide if it's a good relationship. I'm just giving you like this meta view of what coaching in my particular arena is and how you can choose and select the coach you want to be with. I'll say this too. Any coach that you want to work with who doesn't give you a complimentary session, discovery call, introduction, some sort of get together, get to know each other type thing before you pay anything, is not a coach I recommend. Some coaches are so far down the road of being so expert, they can just charge up front. Maybe that works. I feel it's better for you as a client, independent of how good that coach is, to spend some time, ideally on their dime, not yours, as in they're not charging you, excuse me, so you can get to know them and feel if they're someone you can trust. Because if you're working with a relationship coach, a really good one, I had to do that. You want to make sure that you can trust them, because you're going to be, if you're relationship coaching with somebody, you're coaching with them as a client, you may well be exposing some deep stuff if it's someone who can go deep with you. And if you don't trust them, how are you going to do the work with them? So it's important that both the client and the coach decide they want to make this relationship work. It's a meta relationship versus their romantic relationship. Does it make sense? So I'm putting these ideas out there so you understand what coaching is about, why relationship coaches aren't all the same. I'm very much aware of that. I had a conversation with a friend of mine a couple of days ago about the difference between me and a couple of other coaches I know who are in the same arena. And some of the coaches, these other coaches have lots of clients too. I have a few clients, not maybe as many as they do, just to be honest. But also our styles are different. I'm not willing to work with somebody who just wants to get a date. I'm also not willing to work with somebody who doesn't want to face their own issues. Some coaches don't care. They'll work with them anyway. My focus with working with clients is I want my clients who are willing to transform their life experience around relationships, about love, and about their heart, which shrinks down my client pool, as it were. And I'm fine with that, because if I'm working with somebody who doesn't really want to go that deep, sure, I can get paid to help them, but I would be bored. I wouldn't be inspired. Wouldn't want to help them that much. I'm being totally honest about this, transparent, and you can blame me or judge me as you wish. I'm just telling you the truth. My passion, truly in my own work, is to see my clients thrive as a wholehearted, powerful person. Usually women. Occasionally I work with men, but mostly I work with women. And to be truly transparent, that's the part I'm focused on. The relationship is secondary. I'm a relationship coach who doesn't focus on the relationship. How interesting. No, I'm focused on the well-being of my client. Now, the side effect of that is they tend to be more attractive to the relationship they want. Again, mostly the women I work with, because the feminine woman attracts, the masculine male pursues. Different energy, just so you know. So understanding the differences in what is wanted. So I'm just letting you know, in a way, kind of how to approach seeking a coach, deciding if it's worth it for you to see a coach, and then choosing the coach that works most aligned to you. That's kind of the 3, so far, points I want to make, so you get that understanding. I am somewhat passionate about this, as you can probably tell. And another thing I'll say is what makes a relationship expert or relationship coach an expert? Is it the number of clients they've seen? Is it the branding and marketing of their website? Is it the length of the marriage they've been in or not? Is it the number of Facebook Lives they've done or not? Just to be totally, include myself in the conversation. The question for me, question I offer to you is to ask yourself is, when you find yourself in the company of this person, do you feel they have what it takes to support you? Not necessarily have they demonstrated in their lives what you want, because that's a misnomer in the area of relationship, to be honest. I would say in the area of business, in the area of finances, maybe you want to find somebody who's done more than you have to see that you can follow their lead. But in the area of relationships, sometimes it's what somebody knows by not being in a relationship. And yeah, I'm speaking about myself here. or the studies that may be done, the programs, the courses, the background, the degrees they have, may be more relevant to you than the fact they've been in marriage for 20 years, or they've dated 300 women, or men, or they've, whatever that is. So I'm not saying which is right or wrong, again, because I don't want to qualify this for you. I want you to get to the point of understanding that you can decide for yourself what is important. So, like I talk about, I got to do this. Like I talk about when you're looking for relationships, I invite you to make a list of what you really want as a starting point. I have a whole bunch of stuff that goes deeper than that if you go on a coach, that takes you beyond just the list to a whole more three-dimensional and four-dimensional experience. Yes, 4 dimensions. I'll tell you about that one if you want to find out more. I invite you to do something similar when you're looking for a coach. And precursor, if it's worth you having a coach. Because why would you spend the money working with somebody in the area of relationship or romance if you don't feel you can get any better luck than you already have? If you feel you're doing fine in any area of your life, why would you get coached in it? It's only if you feel dissatisfied with what you've got so far that it'll make sense to get help to go further. You got that? I'm trusting it makes sense. And it's the passion in my work, I know, that drives me to keep talking about this. In conversations, I sometimes find myself teaching when I'm having, lunch with a friend, because it's in my very blood, it's in my DNA, it's in my way of being. Now, that may scare some. Well, no, it does. I'm not saying it may. It does scare some people. Some people won't coach with me because they know that we want to go. I will go deep with them, and they're meant to be prepared for that. And truth be told, as much as I would say, "Oh, it's a shame," I wish they would, I will not control or force anybody to do what they don't want to do. Some coaches prefer just to work on the surface, and that's their preference, because that's their skill level, perhaps, or their preference because it's easier for them, whatever that is. Well, all they're going to do is line you up with dates, or help you rewrite your profile on a dating app, or whatever that is. That's a choice. But if somebody knows your heart, and ideally you do, you'll know what's true for you. Where you know that you need some help because you can't see what's wrong, and where you know you need some help because you can see what's wrong. Can't and can doesn't make a difference. When you know there's stuff to work through, getting support, getting guidance and expertise that can help you through it makes a whole lot of sense. I'm just seeing if there's anything else. That was a quick dump of content and ideas, and I'm just thinking if there's anything else I want to put on the table. That might be it. Let me just sit with that for a second. If you have any questions, by the way, put them in the comments below. If I don't get to them in the live broadcast, if you're watching on the replay, I will answer them afterwards. And if you want help in this area or have questions, thoughts, concerns, please message me over social media, or go to my website, which is barryselby.com. You can click on the Let's Chat button for a free conversation. Yes, I do offer that up front, because I want to know if I want to work with you as well as you want to work with me. And also these broadcasts, because I don't have anything else coming up right now, are available on my business page, which is barryselby.author, as well as on my YouTube channel, because they go over there eventually, which is Barry Selby is my user, and Messages from the Masculine is the playlist. Also on my website, which is barryselby.com, you can click on the video blog to watch them there. I keep saying I'm going to change that. I haven't done it yet, but I will. Is there anything else I want to drop on this before I finish? I think I give you enough to play with. This is a simple, brief talk about something that could change your whole paradigm around love and relationships. So consider this a sampler plate, a taste test of what's possible. You get to decide if you want to go deeper than that. That, I think, is about it for now. Okay. Thank you for watching. As always, I do appreciate you being with me. And these are always these short broadcasts. This is number 260 in an ongoing series of daily Facebook Lives called Messages from the Masculine to Inspire the Feminine Heart. This is a daily reminder to go deeper in your own life, to love, to live, and to really enjoy your beingness. And as always, I invite you to take care of yourselves. If you're watching this and you realize you could love yourself more than you do, consider this your reminder. Take care of yourself, love yourself, be who you really are, because that puts you in the right frame of mind to attract what you want in love and life. And with that, I'll see you again tomorrow.